like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alright, y'all, I'm back with another flashback. This video features Velvet. Guys, I am still working on re-uploading all of my content back onto YouTube, adding my commentary so that I can meet the YouTube guidelines. This is why you are seeing so many flashbacks from my channel. But I can assure you that I'm staying on top of everything happening within carbonation. Guys, please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Alright, y'all, let's get into this video.
Hola Supreme. Hola Supreme. I managed to get a computer in front of me, which I'm very excited about. So everybody go follow me on YouTube or subscribe to me on YouTube, Velvet Marquez. I'm gonna pin it. What's up, Boomy? Peace, Reflection. Peace, God. I'm gonna pin it. YouTube. Velvet Marquez. Now, what I want to be doing on my YouTube is making videos, doing things I like to do. Like, I love to paint, I love to do music, I love to do all different kinds of arts, jewelry making and everything. Soap making, candle making, anything, right? And I think that it'll be best for me to document, how I do certain things, because I like to be very natural. A lot of people don't understand the importance in not putting chemicals in our bodies through the things we eat, through the things we put on our bodies, to the people we are in contact with, because people are energy as well. It's a source of energy and it can make you unhealthy or healthy, So even when it comes to cooking and everything like that. So, it varies, but personally, I like to find more sustainable ways of living that's more in tune with the earth so that we could be more in tune with our spirituality and God. Like, we are the earth, and we have a direct connection to the earth. But if we don't connect ourselves to the earth, then it's going to degenerate us faster than what we're supposed to experience in these human bodies as minds. This is what I believe. This is just what I believe, right? And so I've always had the dream to have land and have a farm and, plant things and have a garden and, really establish, a foundation for myself in nature. That's always been a part. So I just want everybody to follow me on YouTube at Velvet Marquez. So y'all can see me create things because I'm excited. I am going to really take my time to create things, and hopefully everyone's following or subscribing to YouTube now. Hopefully. I don't see anyone, but the point is that I'm gonna have a good time documenting the rest of my journey, because something that, always made me feel indifferent about things that happened to me in my life, has been like put online, unfortunately. And, you know, I have a public presence for a reason. It's not for no reason. And I had wanted to get like more in depth with some of the things that I think about when it comes to the situation that I was in, because I have a voice in it. You know, I lived it for 3 years, had a daughter from it. So this is not something that was a TV show or a hoax or anything like that. Like, it was my real life. But needless to say, you know, everyone out there doesn't really understand why I'm still online, but no one's going to put me in a box and tell me to go sit over here and do nothing and say nothing and
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
be nothing. No, because I'm someone. And just like you have the right to be someone, I do too. And you're not going to take that away from me. Period. Period. Okay. And I know how to take care of myself, you know, and I know what I'm doing. You know, I might not know everything as far as how everything goes and how everything's going to happen, but that's neither here or there. I learn, and it's all being put into action. Everything is being applied right now. Like, when you really start to take your time to love yourself and give yourself the best, regardless of what someone else has to offer for you, you're going to find yourself in less situations that compromise your emotional health, spiritual health, physical health, whatever that be, that depletes you or degenerates you from being a healthy being. So at the end of the day, we all have a choice to love ourselves and really take up that responsibility to stand on our own 2 feet, stand on our own 2 feet, you know. And it's important for us to really just understand certain things that we went through in life and use it as wisdom rather than throwing everything away and letting it be something that completely hurt us to the point where we can't get back up. And there's a lot of people who can't get back up from some of these. And someone said they don't see the channel. You don't see the channel? Well, maybe I'll just make another one or something. I don't know. Man, Ellie, Velvet Marquez, is a picture of me and Ellie up there? No? I don't see any recent subscription. So, with that being a factor, let me see. Someone wants to go live with me. Who could it be? Let's go live.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
What's up? Hola,
What's up?
Supreme.
How are you?
How are you?
I see you in your power. I see you. I honor you. I respect you. Amazing. You're doing so
I'm good.
amazing, and I'm proud.
And for those of you who do not know who that is Mente, aka Jacob. He's another ex Carbonation member.
Doing
I'm
so
grateful.
amazing, and I'm proud.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm taking one day at a time, putting one foot in front of the other,
Yes,
striving for the best that I know is healthy, you know?
yes,
So you are doing well as well. I see you. You doing well too.
yes. I am.
Where is
I've been thinking about.
where is Syrian?
She is in Oceanside right now. We'll be going live together soon. I love her so much.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm completely happy for you guys. You know, you're doing exactly what you're called to do. So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I had seen on your page that people were saying like, "Oh, are you gonna go back to Carbonation?" You're like, "No, I'm never going back to
Never,
Carbonation."
ever,
Like,
ever, 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 ever. I'm actually on a mission to save my brothers and sisters. That's my
you
mission.
know,
I
I
mean, I'm
actually
not
had a
even to
con
save. Like, yo, I just need to speak my truth, and the truth is always gonna come to the light. And but I feel my brothers and sisters. I've actually received confirmation that they are my soul family. I've received confirmation that they will be with me again one day, and that the energy is not going to be there. And I
I
received that
mean,
in a reading. It's deep, and I'm letting it unfold naturally. And that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the rise of the feminine. I'm here to talk about
no, I
us.
understand. I understand exactly what you're saying. You don't gotta, do that with me. I just
Yeah.
believe that to each his own. Like, I'm really focused on me and Eliana and giving us a
Yes.
foundation because
I
I
can't wait
feel
to see you
really,
guys. I got some
you
blessings for
know,
you guys.
people people really don't understand that the mental process that's carbonation is, the mental process that it is, it does play on the psyche of these people's minds, and it's not as easy as making a video trying to help them out. You know what I'm saying? It's not that easy. But at the end of the day, I understand the severity in like us sharing our story as well, because that's some of the things that I consider to tell my
Yeah.
story, because at the end of the day, like, we can't act like this shit not happening online. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the rise, what you were saying about the rise of the feminine, like, I'm not sure if it's to an extremity. I mean, well, I am sure, because certain things could always be to an extremity in our society, but it has so many different, avenues, and like
Oh yeah.
different things about what we're going through in the world as extremities, that I try to live my lifestyle as natural as possible in my everyday life, so that hopefully someone else can be inspired by how I live my life. And
Ashe.
why wouldn't I be online sharing this beautiful lifestyle with humanity, letting people know like you can live a different type of way of life
Ashe.
and still afford to, have children and have a life and have a home and have land and do all the things that you desire to do.
All of it. I'm a Pisces. But yes. So my message. Want to know what I just experienced 4 days ago?
What happened?
You know me. You know me. I'm a shaman. You know that's my angle. That's my passion. Is
Congratulations.
And so I've been really diving deep with my ancient indigenous medicines, and I went deep about 5 days ago. I went really deep, the deepest I've ever gone, and I was visited by an angel. The angel touched me. The angel touched me. The angel let me know that
Hmm.
I am ordained, that I am the Christ, that we came in thousands, and we are all it. We came in thousands, and my angle of my role, my mission, is to be the spokesman of the empowerment and the inspiration of the feminine. And me being the divine masculine who has mastered the femininity, who is embodying that femininity, I am I am now here. I'm humbled and I'm inspired, and I'm here to ask the feminine energy, how can I be of service? And
Why
I
do you
woke up the
why do
next
you go
day.
so hard?
What was that?
Why do you go so hard for the divine feminine?
I go hard for the whole world, but that is just who that is just who
You
that
feel
is
like the
what
divine
that is
feminine is
okay, like boom
oppressed?
boom, you ready? I got the answer. I go hard for the divine feminine because I saw the vision that in the new earth that I saw in my vision, it is queendoms, no longer kingdoms. So I understand that the way the new earth is fully brought forth is that we must rise the feminine through to her throne, not to conquer, not to reign, but restore the imbalance that has been playing out for way too long.
I feel you.
And
I feel you. I
that's what
feel
I
you.
seen in the vision, though. Like, I don't care. Nobody has to believe me. Nobody has to fuck with me. You don't have to believe the things I say. This is just my message, and I'm going to speak my message regardless. And for those that feel me, you can feel me. For those that don't, it's still okay. I still love you. And I just wanted to come on here to share that I see you. I feel you. You're doing great. You're doing amazing. I'm proud of you. And I'm here for you. And I got your back on anything you need.
Facts. Look,
That's it.
I
That's it.
believe myself.
That's it.
I believe myself to be divine feminine as well. And being in the situation that we were in, it kind of downplayed the actual purity of my heart. And I'm not gonna let anybody take that away from me. So I appreciate it. You be very blessed and abundant,
Mm-hmm.
and receive everything that you can and give as well.
I'm gonna send baby Ellie something for her birthday. It's coming up on the 18th, right?
Sure, yeah,
Yeah,
completely, yeah.
I'm gonna send her something beautiful.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
so DM me your address, please, and I can't wait. Do you still remember my
I'll let
name?
you
Because
know.
whenever I left, she had barely learned my name, and I was so happy. And yeah, she better not have forgotten me. She was
Nah,
saying, she was saying,
Eliana's
she was saying, Day.
Eliana's growing up, she needs to be in a stable environment, and that's what I'm providing for her, a stable environment.
Yes,
And
yes, yes, yes.
that's what I always wanted for my baby girl, and I'm doing everything possible to make sure that we both are stable, so that we can be able to live a fruitful life.
Oh
But
yeah.
I appreciate it. And for everybody else out there, who's sending me gifts and stuff like, because there are people out there who's sending me a lot of energy, a lot of support, and I appreciate everybody who is, because this is this could be a very hurtful situation, to many hearts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
to the point where, people have went through more worse things in their life, and they're watching our lives online. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, people are emotionally invested, and I appreciate everybody who, give me their gratitude and they, condolences.
Hmm.
Peace, Mente. I appreciate it, my brother.
I'm thankful. That's all I wanted to come on and say. I wanted to just share love. Um, we could go live again, but I haven't slept in 2 days. I've just been so lit mentally. I've been just high off life, just like so lit, and I need to get some rest. I need to try to turn it off and get some rest because I need it.
Well, you
Um,
go ahead and take your rest.
yeah, I'm
Go
gonna
ahead
get my
and take
rest.
your rest.
Thank you for having me on, and
Thanks.
thank you for letting me share my message. And it was from the bottom of my heart.
Thanks.
All right, peace.
Until next time. Peace.
Have a beautiful rest of your night. Okay.
All right. Well, either way it go, we had a conversation. You know, I am staying focused. Period. Period. Y'all say y'all didn't see my page on YouTube. Who else wants to go live? You just went live with me. That's the only person that wanted to go live. Okay. No, we had a very good build. We had a good build. If you were really, I mean, people are entitled to their own lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? And so you can't really judge people on what they know or what they feel in their heart. Like, you know, it just is what it is. You gotta respect people from where they at. You know what I'm saying? But we had a good build. So I just we went live though. Tougher. Let me see. Well, no one's wanting to go live.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True. Many of you know him as True. He is an ex Carbonation member and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
I'm gonna fix my YouTube, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. I have very big goals, dreams, and ambitions, and I'm going after them every single day of the week, you know, and I'm just taking my time with everything and making sure that I put my best foot forward and not go backwards like I used to do. You feel me? All right, so let me see. I'm gonna go live with Marley Liz. Hola, hola Supreme.
I just wanted to show some love. I've been following you. Well, me and my man have been following you and Nature Boy for a long time. I feel like you're a very strong woman. You've given me a lot of strength where I felt like I didn't have it in me. Like I relate to you a lot. So when I was watching you and Nature Boy's relationship, like even the negative stuff, like I could really relate to it. I was like, damn, yo, like that's exactly how I fucking feel. And when you would speak up, I was like, I understood and I really felt that shit. And I was watching your video earlier, one of your old videos, and you was like, he would get mad because you had spoken up or whatever, and you know, the only thing he had over you was his physical power or whatever. You feel me? So I had brought that up today. I was like, I felt that. Like I told him I felt that when you said that, and he was like, damn, I didn't even know you. You feel me? Like we was just building off of everything that you had said that you went through, and I know that you felt that. Like it's just a lot. Like it really helps. I love it. You guys give me straight positive vibes. I was waiting for you to make an Instagram. I was looking for it. I was like, I cannot believe this nigga took me on our page. Like, that's fucked up.
Go, like you didn't understand half of it, but the thing is, I appreciate those words because, when I was going through all that, people act like I was just being really stupid, which I was being stupid to a degree, but I really was speaking up. Like I was speaking up, like
I
trying to
felt
make
it.
this from stop having it.
Yeah.
And I got it like multiple times. I got it to a point where he would just be chilling. Then he'll create a whole situation to fuck shit up and cause super chaos. I'm like, why are you trying to destroy the community? Like, oh my
I
God.
feel it. I feel it. Like, we really need to be building off of y'all shit because he, like, you feel me? That's my king. That's my man is my king. Like, you feel me? Y'all gave us the energy that we needed to get, like, into our nature bag. So we already trying to move out the country and stuff like that. Y'all just really got us on the wave. I was really hurt when you left and everything, but I understood it and I was waiting for it because I was like,
You know, before Nature Boy, people don't understand that before Nature Boy, I was already into gardening. I was already into wanting land and building tiny homes. So when I got to him, it was like, of course, that's why I joined him because that was a part of the little agreement. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be
yeah,
nation building. Nation building is a part of building a commune, building a community. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, but what I did was, instead of putting all my eggs in one basket with him and relying on him to be some type of foundation for me, I'd rather be the foundation for myself, and build upon my skills and my talents and then build from where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
I can't depend on nobody to do nothing for me or hand anything to me. You know what I'm saying? So, especially if I'm not agreeing with the person and I don't have shit, that's not good for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I gotta get me together. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I appreciate you. I feel your energy. I don't even know if I follow you. Just hit me up in my DM and I'll just follow you and we'll,
I got
exchange.
you. Y'all just give me
Yes.
so much energy. It was so much love, even in the disagreements, because it was like a mental disagreement, and I felt that like you love each other. Y'all just not seeing eye to eye, but one feels more powerful than the other, and it's like tug of war. Like I really felt that y'all really have helped us get to a whole different spiritual understanding with each other, and I just want to thank you. You're beautiful. I love your energy. I love the energy you brought. I seen you in that fight. I was like, dang, I can't even watch. It's like, it made me so mad that he was filming it. Like, it really hurt me because I was like, yo, I feel like my nigga would do this to me, and I didn't even want to feel like that. But it had just upset me. But I was like, I feel it. She did her shit,
You
and
know,
I heard y'all talk afterwards, and you were just speaking some powerful shit.
a lot of things he did was unnecessary and incompetent and socially uncouth. And it really disgusts me to my soul to know that somebody who claims to love me and be the father of my child would even do that and have any type of ill manner towards me. And this is the thing that, like the tears are over. The well has run dry with me, with that situation because I've been through it for multiple times, over and over. And at the end of the day, it's something unhealthy and toxic that I shouldn't be indulging in because it gets me out of balance and out of my character. So what I need to do for me is have a foundation, a stable mental foundation for myself, for me to be able to be a righteous young woman and raise my child properly. The way he wants to raise Eliana is not the way that I want to raise Eliana as well. It's just not I don't want to raise my child like that in that environment. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what's best. I feel like because it's more logical and it makes more sense and it's healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's not a toxic environment. It's not a toxic situation. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like there's going to be maybe more times where I, just sit and talk about some of the things, how I feel. But yeah, I feel you.
I just want to, give you my appreciation. We fuck with you a lot. I fuck with you. I hope you have a good
Thanks.
rest of your night. Thank
You're
you.
beautiful.
Not really, but I appreciate it. Thank you. But I'm about to hop off
Peace.
here. I just wanted to show my love.
Peace. Let's see. Queen of the Craft.
Hi.
Hola, Supreme.
Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful.
Thank you.
Like I was trying to.
How I can't really see you. The light is really dim where you are.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
How are you today?
I am doing great, actually. I just had a sister circle today with a
Nice.
friend, and we went into deep about belief systems and creating new belief systems for women. Because she's a life coach, and she was actually one of my coaches beforehand.
Hi.
And
Yes,
she
you're
was one of my
beautiful
coaches, so
too.
I joined her group, and I don't know, I think I was doing a little more preaching than she was.
Yeah, I could feel that. I've been.
Y'all, that caller looks familiar to me. Like I don't know if she was a part of Carbonation or if she was one of their call-in supporters. Preaching than she was.
Yeah, I could feel that. I've been thinking about more healthy ways that humanity could think, so that we could stop causing so much destruction in our lives and on the planet.
That's what I was going into with her, because I was going into with a bunch of women, because I was trying to stray the conversation, because I was like, a lot of people can't understand energy talk. When you talk about certain energetic, like people don't understand that, so you have to put it in layman's terms for them to understand. I was just like, I was like, I
Yeah.
was, I was just telling them pretty much what she was trying to say, relay the information, was like, listen, it's all based on your belief systems. I said a lot of things have to do with your core belief systems and restructuring that.
Hmm.
And ultimately that's going to create your reality. I said, there's a saying that your thoughts are your reality. Your next reality is pregnated because of your thoughts. So your next reality is impregnated by your thoughts. So whatever you're going to experience next, it's a constant thought or your constant core belief systems. And I told him you have to restructure that. Restructure the beliefs you have about yourself or your business or your parents or your children.
you have to restructure that belief system. And when you can restructure that belief system, you can go back in and change that. And
Yeah,
that
it's
reality starts to shift.
biologically it's called to change the neurological pathways, you know, basic ways that your mind has been trained to process information naturally, and then you reprogram your subconscious to be able to restructure these neurological pathways to create a new way of thinking in order to inject or change or subject yourself to any type of positive change you want to see in your life. Like, I get it. Like, that's something that I had to really put into progression this time around in my life. Like, I've had multiple opportunities to change the way that I was thinking, but because of emotional inexperience and emotional immaturity, I needed to go through these experiences to gain more wisdom. So now in my life, because I have the emotional wisdom, I have to be more like concrete and responsible with the way that I'm thinking, because I'm creating my reality. And if I'm giving my energy and creating thought patterns and responding to certain things a certain way, that's going to deplete me and take away and subtract from me rather than add, then I'm going to be, you know, someone that's like a liability and someone that, you know, you feel me? So it's
Right.
like,
That's and
it's,
that's the
it's,
thing.
it's
Like, how old are you again?
23. I'll be
Oh my,
24 on February 17th.
I'm 27, and
Congratulations.
a lot of your stories I can relate to, um, because I'm just when I was 18, when I was 17, the day after my birthday, I got married. Um, I got pregnant when I was 18. And I mean that went downhill because he was like a chronic cheater and a liar, and I ended up having a
Chronic
miscarriage
cheater.
of a girl, habitual liar, and ended up having a miscarriage at 18. Ended up having because I was 5 months pregnant at that time, and ended up having to bury
Mhm.
my own daughter and things like that. And that was like the start of my own awakening. And going through that, I saw so much of myself in you, and I was just like, oh my gosh, she just needs to leave. I'm like, she will find that knowing, she'll find herself. I'm like, you know, and being in that situation, I felt because my husband at that time, he was much older than me. He was 25 when I met him, and
Mm.
and preying on someone that was younger for one, and experienced for two, um, preying on someone that had hopes and dreams and this and the third, and taking that
Any
and using that. What?
I totally agree. Like in the sense of like any woman who's out there who's going through any type of abusive, toxic, low vibrational, you know, experience in their life, it's like a must to let go of it and not give it energy and not let it be a part of your everyday life, because it's going to deplete you. Is going to have you in a space where you don't feel like yourself anymore. It's going to have you in a space where you don't even know what to do with yourself. So now you're starting to have anxiety, you know, because you don't even express yourself anymore. You don't have outlets anymore. You're not, you know, anything that stagnates your self-expression, you have to get rid of it in your life because you're not living. You're
And
not
that's the
living.
thing. When I was back then, I lost complete sense of self, and I saw that, like, where I lost a sense of self, where I was completely like submissive to that person, and realizing that everything that he was doing was a reflection of what I really thought about myself. Like, he would cheat on me with random people, like white women, busted up white women, um, busted down black women, that but just because she had a butt or because she acted a certain way. And I was always taught that, oh, you talk too white, or you do this, and you're not black enough, and you're Oreo. And I'm like, so it made me think I have to be a certain way for him to accept me. And then I start losing my sense of self. And then over years, after we weren't together, all this other stuff, after my daughter passed, I realized it was me that made me stand out later on. It was me, my essence, that made me feel and be who I was and stand out and not blend in with how everybody else wanted to be, how everybody else was, how everybody else blended into the crowd. And um and I'm just like, you're just stepping into your own. I'm just like, you're just like, and I've been seeing you, you've always been that beautiful woman who was just standing out in her own, being like, you know what, y'all do what you want to do. I'm over here, and yes, I got an attitude because you fucking like, you're like, I'm going to say something. Oh, you're not going to say anything? Like, it's about to be a fight because no. You're just standing out like it's about to go down. Showdown in the arena.
Every day, like every day is going down multiple times a day, like going down. Like people have no idea.
No matter what, he couldn't burn you. He couldn't put your light out. He couldn't put your spirit out. And that's the thing. People, and I'm sorry to say this, but a lot of men, and it's not just men, but a lot of men, they will try to change you and try to mold you into what they want so they can manipulate that energy.
It's a delusional idea of who they think you are. And guess what? I've told Nature Boy on multiple occasions that I really felt like he was delusional because you think I'm someone in your mind
That
and
man
I'm
is
not that
delusional. That
person.
man's crazy.
So you got me all the way fucked up, like all the way fucked up, like on a whole different level of fucked upness, like on some real other type delusional type shit.
And
Feel me?
that's the thing, like,
Everyone's a character. Everyone's a character in his world.
and how he can use them. It's like, how is this beneficial towards me? I feels like people like that, like I call people like Nature Boy, people like my ex-husband, people like my children's father, energetic leeches. They energetically leech off people. They see what someone has of value energetically, and then they leech on them, they prey on them, and they take them energetically for what they're worth. And he's like, how can I use you? How can I take from you? What can you give to me? If you can't give anything to me, or if you bite back, or if you say something, then I don't need you. I need someone who's submissive. I need someone who I can control. I need someone who's going to be beneath me.
Yep.
People are over there like, we stand on our own.
Weaker than me. They have to be weaker than me.
And like, I wanted to point out too, he was like,
yeah, it's everyone's fault but mine. Everything is everyone else's fault.
He was like, the Honorable Baba G, and I'm like, Baba G? I'm like, the yoga teacher, the yoga master? I'm like, you are a living freaking regurgitation of whatever you read, aren't you? I'm like, but
That's
some people just didn't see this shit. They just saw regurgitated information. They're like, oh, he knows the science. I'm like, this nigga don't know the science. He knows YouTube. I'm like, he can read. What are you talking about? I'm like,
when I was there in the situation with him, this is the conversations that we would be having. And then he would like sit there with me for hours to give me his perspective. So eventually, because he took my documents on number one, and because I was in a situation where he didn't necessarily want me to leave, so he prohibited as much as he could for me to leave. So when I was there, the whole time, like, I just subjected myself to it. I just went along with it. I started thinking like maybe I was tripping, maybe I was wrong. So let me try it. But every time I tried it, it just didn't resonate with my soul. So I stood up for myself, and that's when it got more physically abusive, because I kept standing up for myself. And the last time that I went back, because I wasn't trying to take onto his perspective anymore at that point, and I was standing my own ground, he got super angry, and beat me in a circle of the community on July 4th I was in a beautiful dress. He beat me out of it that night because he wants to have that much control.
Now, I hope y'all heard that. She just corroborated a part of Sybil's book. In Sybil's book, Sybil writes about the beating that happened to Velvet on the 4th of July in the park while they were staying at Mama Cookie's house in Georgia. And she just corroborated that part of it.
he beat me out of it that night because he wants to have that much control. And he beat me so much in the circle that he had to tell the people to disperse and motherfucking pull me to the side to tell me, or to ask me rather, to calm down. And I said, you calm down. You calm down. You putting your hands on me. Our child is over there. We outside. What are you doing? What are you doing?
The respect that he had for, and that just showed, and that's the thing that I didn't understand, because it was always, oh, a man should be doing this to his woman, putting this woman in her place, and this and that. I'm like, if it has to get to the point where you're putting your hands on somebody, that shit is just straight toxic.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yes.
if it has to be
Toxic.
that toxic, it's not healthy. How are you living in alignment and you feel like you have to put your hands on somebody? I'm such a high divine being. I have to physically hit somebody. I did not see Jesus running around hitting people, being like, I'm gonna beat you into my words.
Oh,
Like,
Nature Boy swear to God, Nature Boy swear to God, and Luke, Peter, Locke, and John, that these niggas was fighting each other. I apologize, but I'm serious. No, I'm serious. He really be
and that's
trying
the
to go to the
crazy
scripture
part.
like,
People are like,
he
oh,
turned
he
over
knows the
tables
knowledge.
and call people woes and shit. And I'm like, okay.
And that's what he,
Like,
like, this is the, he's like, this is the knowledge, this is this. I'm like, if this is the knowledge, but you're regurgitating information. The thing is that I feel like what lacks in our community is the lack of reading. If you read, you can if you understand certain things or look into certain hermetic principles, period, uh, occultic principles of certain things, you will understand things on a certain level, and not just astrology, just on any type of level beyond what is being told to you by someone else. Some people like to be told to. Some people like to be told to on how to be told to on a certain level or how to be controlled. And everybody has their own experiences, but
that's
some people
true.
have to be
That's
told
true.
to.
That's why it's not as easy as people think for me to just get online and start making videos to say like, come home, Malia, you can do it. Like, it's much more mentally, psychologically deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? And I went through my fair share of it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know exactly what type of situation they're in. Neither do I necessarily care because it has taken so much of my energy, and I'm just being real and honest. Like, from a person who was in it for 3 years, like, I wish everybody the best, and I do like to. This is like why I'm going to keep my platforms open and me documenting my life, because when they look at me on YouTube, because the people in Carbonation, they be going to look up people from the past. You know what I'm saying? Or like who went to Carbonation and left. So when they see me, they're gonna see like she's living her life. She had a baby by this nigga. We all watched her be with him. You know what I'm saying? And they could never get around it. So if they choose to subject themselves to that, it must be something that they need to experience for some type of spiritual wisdom. And who is to say that, they're all gonna wake up in their own times? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. Everybody's going through a different mental process. It's not as simple like just to tell the people like you need to leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
That's a
deeper than
whole
that. Like,
psychological
I
process.
pray
Like,
every day. Like, I pray every day. Like, no doubt. Like, no doubt.
and that's what I wish best for everyone that's over there, because for people to step into their own and to really realize, like, I don't have to be underneath someone to ascend into a higher state of consciousness.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, that they think that this is the end all be all, but that's the psychological process that's been put on them. That's
Yeah.
the mental crutch that's been put on these people, is you need me.
You need me,
Without
yeah. He
me,
would always say, yeah, that's what he would say. I'm the Messiah. You can't be nothing without me. He tried to make me believe that I would be nothing without him. That's why I'm shitting so hard on Instagram, and I'm going to continue to shit, and I'm glowing up because 2021 is my year. Okay. Okay. And I'm not coming to play with none of these bitches on Instagram. Excuse me for calling y'all bitches. But
like
I'm just saying, like, I'm
I'm
just
sorry you're
expressing my
living your
energy.
life. Like, I'm
You
sorry
know
you're
what
living
I'm
your life
saying?
looking good, doing good, lip gloss popping. I was like, and you're living your best life, and people are over there taking
People saying,
pictures
like,
by
people saying,
tens with bruises on. I'm like, I'm like,
Yo,
this is a
and
clown show.
people are telling me like you can look good, but it's you're not healing. Da, da, da. Some of these people have no idea. You know, like no idea the healing,
People
the
don't even
emotional
understand the
healing.
process that it takes of being in an abusive relationship, being put down so low that you have to completely rebuild yourself from where that person tried to destroy you and come back from that and be like and still have a smile on your face. That's strength. That's healing.
I can't, no one owes me anything, first of all. Second of all, I got myself into the situation. I gotta bite the bullet and take responsibility. And what I do appreciate from it all is that I have a beautiful baby girl who needs me to continue to live out the purpose that I felt like I was supposed to live before she even came into the world, so that I can give her the best childhood that I know is possible and that I see for her. I want Eliana to be, a very artistic woman. I want her to be developed and talented in all different kinds of skills. And I'm gonna make sure that she's known for her mind and her ability to be intellectual and an artist. You understand? And I'm going to invest in my child, and I'm going to make sure that she's not put into systems that's going to taint her from knowing what she really needs to know in the everyday world. There's many different processes that we could like homeschool our children and think about other ways that we could, teach our children without subjecting them to the extremities of our society. And I choose to take that route with
And
Eliana.
and that's real divine motherhood. And when you're living from a real divine motherhood within yourself, because you're saying, no, I'm not going to create these same cycles. I'm not going to create these generational curses within my own family, within my own self, within my own child. I'm not going to repeat these cycles. I'm not going to repeat these things. I'm going to make something different for myself. you know. And I've seen people in carbonation completely leave their children, leave things behind, and creating those same generational curses that he talks about, and create the same cycles for those women. And I'm like, they're creating those same patterns for their children that has happened to them. And you decided to say, no, you know what? I wish you the best. I bless you. And I'm going to keep going on with my life and what's best for our daughter and keep going. That's the best that you can do for people like that. Because people like that, like I said, there's polarity. Even in spirituality, people think, oh, it's all high and this, that, and third. I say you can gain all the knowledge, but you can still take it back. You can still take it lower to a lower level or a lower realm and still come from that place of spirituality, but use it for a narcissistic ego type of energy. And then still
You
attack
know,
people for to be an energetic leech.
yeah, facts. I wanted to tap onto something, because I want everybody to know like the process that it went for me. Like, everybody knows how I was responding to nature, but we was always in physical disagreements, because of my difference in the way that I thought. But when it came to the women, like, people don't understand, like, when I was with the women and we were like in that environment, I was coming up with different ways for like us to keep up with ourselves, because um it is like everything is just he's neglectful. Nature Boy is very neglectful, and so the people around him are very neglectful, even with themselves. And so I was always, coming up with ways to better the environment, for the whole family, for the whole carbonation, not just for the women, but specifically mentioning the women. There were times when, I would like sit with them and talk with them and ask them questions about shit that was on my mind, just to see what they would say. And they would come to find out they would have the same thoughts. Like one day I was sitting with Aya and Malia, I think, and Efra, I think, and I had asked them, I was like, do it seem like Nature Boy, or I say Baba G or Baba at the time, I was like, do it seem like he, everything it revolves around sex? And then they agreed with me. And it was like, sometimes, well, I know Aya definitely did. She agreed with me, and she was like, sometimes I think like that, but then I just tell myself the knowledge, because Nature Boy, every time you question what he does or anything like that, he lectures you about his way of thinking, and then you have to adopt his way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? So you're not able to process it mentally for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when she agreed with me, I just figured that maybe they do have some of the thoughts to like not want to be there or leave or anything like that. But I don't know if for any other individual there is more fear based or more sexual based. You know what I'm saying? It varies. Needless to say, my point is I treated those women very well. I was always straightforward with all of them. Like every time they were entered in my relationship, I told them that I did not want to be in a relationship with them. I've told them politely, I've told them angry, I've told them calmly, and I've told them aggressively. I've told them every way, and it had nothing to do with Nature Boy. It had everything to do with the dynamic and how he was trying to make us be polygamous with each other. I didn't agree with it. And so, even when I did adopt the fact that they were going to be my sister wives, I still tried to treat them as cordial as possible because I'm not an ugly person. You know what I'm saying? I always try to make that situation the best situation for everybody. It's just got too much for me because I don't live that lifestyle. I'm not built to be the type of woman to be someone I'm not and be in a life where we all just having sex. Like, I don't have time. Like, no, it's
Much
not. That's
energy invested in other people. And I said, I'm down for whatever people want to do. People live their own life. Whatever floats your boat makes you happy. I said, but at the same time, I feel personally, I feel like when you're in a polygamous relationship or a polyamorous relationship, I feel as though there is too much energy dispersed between too many people. You cannot fully give oneself without trying to spread it you're being spread too thin in certain situations. And when you're being spread thin, even Nature Boy, when you're being spread thin, what is your result? You have to take. You have to take. So instead of him giving himself, he just takes instead of spreading himself thin. That's why I felt as though the women there, some women get in relationships like this and they're like, oh, the black man's naturally polygamous, black man's naturally this. I'm like, to each his own. Don't put that on a culture because what one man wants to believe about himself and his sexuality and how he wants to do his relationship. Don't put that on a culture. Don't put that.
right,
Don't put that on
right.
that are young and don't know no better. Don't put that on them. You know, don't put that on people that don't know. Oh I'm following this spirit. People that are getting into spirituality. Oh well, polygamy seems like the right way because they say that this, that, and the third. Don't put that on them. Don't put that on our culture and being like, that's what you should do.
That
That's how you should bow. Like, man, get going somewhere.
I have a whole plethora of ideas. I have a whole like, not even ideas, but experiences. Like in the Bible, like people nowadays are using the Bible to live out prophecies where it says that in a day that a lot of men will have like 7 wives to them. Like every man will have 7 wives, and so they're using spirituality as a token to be polygamous, or whatever they call themselves. But at the end of the day, like that's a whole nother topic, but I do want to let somebody else in,
Yeah.
and then they come in. But yeah, hit me up in my DM. I'll follow you, and then we can exchange contact.
Yeah.
Peace. Let's see. Universe. Universe.
Hey, my
What else is
camera is
ringing?
a little bit broken, but
It's okay.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Did it ever come across that Nature Boy is actually gay and he's just using women to sort of kind of run away from that?
Oh my God. Okay, let me see. You know, I think he's bisexual, honestly.
Because like
I don't
I'm
think
not saying this to
I
be
don't think
funny at
he's trying
all.
to run away. I don't think he's trying to run away from the fact that he wants to be with men. I just think he's like trying to go about it underhandedly. There's a
Right.
difference. You know?
Because
But
I've been around men that are kind of trying to hide that aspect of themselves, and they do tend to use women as a cover up. I just like always wondered that because it's kind of like it's pretty obvious, it's painfully obvious, but I don't really feel like a lot of people over there can realize that. And I
I
also have
mean,
another question. Does it ever come across that this person actually has like a mental disorder, like to you?
Hell
Like,
yeah. Hell yeah. Like, okay, oh my God, girl, let me tell you this one story. I swear to God, I was like, after this point, I don't even know why I went back, but I do understand now why I went back. But at the time, I was like, what the hell? So one time, it really felt like a mental asylum. Like we was living in North Carolina or South Carolina at the time. And this is when I had escaped out of the window because
mm-hmm.
it was just getting really spooky. Nature Boy, like he had took all of the women from the men, made all of the women like be in this one room, and I had Ellie with me, and he like just wanted us to be together, and he was like sleeping with all of us, and I was like I can't take this, like. So I had like planned my escape and shit, but before I had left and planned my escape, there was a situation where like,
All right, y'all, going ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
I was disagreeing with Nature Boy, and we got into this really bad physical altercation. I mean, he was like choking me, and I was like scratching his skin off his hands. Like, it was crazy. All of the people had to come in and like pull us apart, and like, it was crazy. So, after a while, I was just like, he like everything had calmed down, and he just like kept talking to us and talking to us and talking to us. And I was like just sitting there, and he was like basically trying to diagnose all of us with mental illnesses. And I was like, I looked at him and I asked him, I said, do you think that you have a mental illness? You over here diagnosing everybody else. And he was looking at me, he was like, I'm mentally ill too. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like,
Yeah,
bruh,
that's what I'm saying.
he
The
was
reason
doing
why I
some
say
weirdo
this,
shit.
the reason why I say this is because sometimes I do see that you get emotional, and I know because, you know, I feel like I've been through a traumatic situation before, so I know it's painful when you break out of it. But then sometimes, like when you're like emotional, it crosses my mind. Like I wonder if she realizes that, like, it has nothing to do with you. This man is not.
Yeah.
This man is
Yeah.
unhinged. Like he's very unhinged, and I feel like
And that's what I literally was trying to tell him, that like before I left, like the third time that I left, or when I went back and then I left the third time, I really was trying to tell him that he was mentally ill. Like I literally pulled his chart up, and I did it in front of the whole carbonation, and I read his demons, and I'm like, this is why you are the way that you are. And he was like, you don't think they argue with me the whole time in front of our in front of the people, like, what did he say? He said, you don't think my demons are activated so that you can overcome yours? I said, you're activating mine. Like, what do you mean? You're making me turn into a person that's a demon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be a demon. Like, so let's not be a demon. I'm like trying to encourage this nigga not to be a demon. And he like, no, I want to be a demon. And I'm gonna be more of a demon since you told me not to. And I'm gonna try to make you into more of a demon too while I'm at it.
right,
So, at that point, like I really, and then the fourth time after I left, all of the shit that he did, I really understood that he has no conscience for any other human being. It's like all about him,
right.
period.
Well, I'm glad that you realized that because I feel like that was just like something that people were missing the whole time. Like, this man is not all the way there. And I feel like you're really beautiful. I feel like you have a lot of potential to reach your dreams. And I'm just really glad to see you back home. So that's all I have
Thank
to
you.
say.
Absolutely. Peace. Thank you.
Peace.
Okay. Love me some Zoe. 504. Let's see.
Hey,
Hola, Supreme.
listen, I don't know where to start from. Like, my question is to you. Why did you go back to him so many times? Like,
Well, well, personally, thinking about like when I had a child, I had a certain vision for my family. I was in denial a lot about Nature Boy being someone unhealthy for me. I wanted to make things work. I wanted to see the best and the optimism in our situation, at least to keep my family together. And now in my life, because I went back so many times to try to make it work off the strength of my family, I now can express to Eliana how hard, the journey was that I endured with her father that made it so, impossible to be with him now. And it has given me a lot of wisdom outside of the aspect of Eliana having both of her parents in her life. Emotionally, I needed to learn things as well that I learned that I wouldn't have known without those experiences. Maybe I could have got the experiences different, but unfortunately, this is how my life, panned out, and this is what's, happening in my life, and these are the decisions that I made, and so, that's just how, I feel about that situation. But now that I have a complete emotional understanding of where I am in life with with the carbonation, ideal and nature boy dilemma, I, am more sure about my decision making and why I made the decision making to not be with him and not go back and everything like that. I'm more at ease, I'm more at peace, I'm more at balance with my decision making. The last time I left, it really solidified things for me not to be able to associate myself at all with him, because at the end of the day, it's that toxic for me personally. So that's just, everything is unfolding for me, for real. But um, I do talk a lot about, what happened between me and Nature Boy to a psychologist, and it's been a lot of like dry tears, if that makes sense, because I went through it for so long. It's like it really like got out of my system for me to really understand what's going on here. There's no time for me to be angry at him, or I just want the best, for all of the people there and for him as well. But I can never see myself, interacting or just being a part of, that agenda, because that's not for me, as everybody's seen online. Like, that's not my personality. That's not who I normally am. Like, a balanced me, that's not it. So I wish to give myself the best and give my child the best, regardless of what somebody think is the best for her. Like, bitch, obviously you going and living in extremities because all of your shit falling apart and you don't have nothing to show for it. I'm not, no, I'm not about to be like that. I'm not about to live my life like that.
Okay.
And that's just what I choose for myself,
Absolutely. I just have a couple questions and I'm going to let you go. But my next question is like, how do you feel when people doubt your sincerity about not going back? Because you went back to him so many times and you always said, I'm never going back, but you go back. How you feel about people doubting this time?
I understand their disposition, and I wouldn't expect them to just, be readily available to understand me and really, look at it from my perspective. You know what I'm saying? And look at it from their, you know what I'm saying? So at
Right.
the end of the day, I respect their disposition about, being indifferent about my sincerity. Needless to say, for myself personally, I know where I am in my own life. Like, this is my life. Like, no one's living my life. You know what I'm saying? So their indifference is neither here or there for me, because I've know that I've gotten all the emotional experience that I needed from that situation to be a better person today and to learn how to deal with uh society better. You know what I'm saying? Because Nature Boy was a piece of or a product of the society that we're subjecting ourselves to today. You know what I'm saying? So, it's life. Life happens, and my life was just uh blasted online. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, y'all just watch. I mean, we watching it together because my shit really unfolding for real, for real. When I'm thinking about everything and from my perspective. But I do appreciate everybody who has like supported me through every time that I left and came back. Like, even up to this point, like everybody like who support me now.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True. Many of you know him as True. He is an ex Carbonation member and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
The real MVP, but she was breaking up really bad. Let's see. Danielle.
Hey girl.
Hola, Supreme.
It's dark because I had to create my calming environment before I fall asleep.
No
I was
problem.
just texting you, but I just wanted to tell you that I'm very proud of you. I've been following them just to watch you for so long. I've reached out to you so many times and probably got blocked so many times, but it's okay. But
What?
that and I also wanted to tell you thank you so much because you inspired me to start painting.
Oh, nice.
And it really helps with my anxiety. So,
I'm glad that I was able to be of service to better your life because that means a lot to me.
right,
I do a lot of painting to come, to just self-express, like my ideas too. So
right, facts. I'm
it's
so
nice. Maybe
glad.
you should send me some stuff in my DM, like send me some stuff you did
Okay,
that you painted.
it's not nowhere near as nice as
It's
yours.
okay. It's okay. You can always keep
Um,
practicing.
right, facts. But yeah, I'll send you something. But I'm so proud of you. That's all I want to tell you. And you are so beautiful. And just keep up the good work. I mean, we are all like really rooting for you. And I
Thank you.
know
I
you've
appreciate
been
it.
through so much. I know we're strangers, but if at any time you need someone,
You
hit us up. Like if you feeling bad, like don't go through nothing by yourself no more. You are truly beautiful.
just hit me up in my DM so I know who you are.
Okay, sounds cool to me.
All right.
All right,
Later.
bye.
Outlandish universe.
I got it.
Hola.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I just wanted to ask. I see on your page you'd be like manifesting like mini homes or like mini like vehicle homes. Is that the next plan for you? Are you planning?
Yes, I've always wanted to have a van made into or renovated into a home. Before I actually started looking into van life, I was looking into tiny home life, and I was always intrigued with it because I've always been a self-sustainable type of person. I like to always be closer to the earth, so being a minimalist was always that type of way when you're living closer to the earth. So I was doing a lot of research on it way before Nature Boy, might I add. And I was into it and I was like making plans and visions for myself. But they were interrupted because of the 3 year, relationship. But now I am, manifesting a van for myself so that I can renovate it into a home so that I can save more money so that I can, eventually do have more flexibility in how I want to live my life to accumulate more resources so that I can get to where I really want to be. Feel me?
I feel you. I feel you. I saw this girl. I was following her on YouTube. She like transformed her own van herself. Like she was like sawing that shit, breaking it apart, rebuilding it. I just wanted to let you know, like that is beautiful. I could so see you doing that.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And I think it would be good for Ellie as well because it'll give me more of a one-on-one environment with her,
Yeah.
to homeschool her, and But of course I'm going to have like a home that I actually stay in. But I love the van life. Like I love it. I like have many friends and many family members, and everybody wants to be a part of my life. So why not get myself into different opportunities in different places, and see the world, and also be able to profit off my own skills and talents in the process. You know. So.
Draw. Have you ever heard about henna?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I actually had some henna a couple of days ago, but I lost it, so I gotta get some more. But I do
Most
henna.
while you're traveling, and living your best life, you can like do henna out of your van. All you need to do is just get you like a little LLC license, and you good to go. You can do your art, you can sell your art, and nobody tell you no because you gotta get your license. So
Right, that'll be
yeah.
lit. I have big dreams and ambitions.
Team Aquarius, I love you guys.
Yes, that's what I need to do. I need to start my YouTube channel and get an iPhone. That's my next manifestation goals. But yes, it's good to see you. Have a good night.
You got it. Mwah.
It's breaking up. It was breaking up. I'm gonna have to fix my YouTube channel for y'all. Hey.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even know you added me. Hi, how are
Good.
you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I've been following you for some time. I'm actually from Hawaii.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. How is it?
It's good. I was here when, there was all that ruckus going on with,
Right.
them being here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe you added me. Hang on, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Hang
How
on.
are you?
I just wanted to tell you that you're a beautiful person. I see your strength and I admire you for so many reasons. And I've been watching you guys for some time and I've seen what you've went through with it, Nature Boy, and I just see better things for you in the future. You know what I mean? Your daughter
Yeah.
is such a blessing, and I know that, sometimes we all go through things and some things are meant to fall apart so better things can happen for you. You know what I mean? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
I agree. I agree with you. I
Mm-hmm.
understand. I'm just taking one day at a time, putting my best foot forward. But
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off and go to sleep now, cause it's getting late where I am,
Where are you?
and
What's the time difference?
well,
5
I'm
hours?
not exactly sure. I mean, it's 11:46.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's 7:46 here in Hawaii.
Oh wow.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
I'm coming
Yeah.
back there someday to visit.
Oh, really? Well, let me know, and I could definitely, show you around. I was born and raised here, so
Oh, nice.
yeah. Mhm. But it was nice talking to you, Velvet, and God bless
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely. You too. Have a
All
good
right,
night.
you too. Bye.
Peace. All right, y'all. I'm about to go. Go. I need to get an iPhone and a driver's license and a van and there was one other thing. Oh, and a YouTube. Yeah, I need to get those. But yes, I think I'm going to, go to sleep. I will see y'all later. If you have any other questions or vibrations that you want to send, drop them in my DM. Until next time.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video as well as my commentary. Please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Guys, I want to give a big shout out to all of my new subscribers. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the channel. To all of my OGs, my day ones, my ride or dies. Y'all already know what it is. Big up yourself. We in the building with it.